It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. Kicking off the show tonight, we heard something from American Angel from their self-titled debut release with Grand Theft Ecstasy, and then we heard something from Ed Guy from their Hellfire Club release, that is The Navigator. And here's my Navigator stepping up to the mic, my friend and partner, Chris Aiken. What's going on there, Chris?
What is up, sir? How we doing?
Well, it's Saturday. We're back again.
Yeah, four more, and then we're done for the year?
I think so.
Yes, I mean, that's terrible. I can't believe it. It's really going to bum me out to take off more time.
Yeah, hey, it's hard to believe that this year is about wound down.
I know, we're done.
Yeah, this last, just since August, boy, time has just flown by. It just seems like it was summertime. Now we're only, 4 weeks from Christmas?
Yeah, I mean, it's gone fast. Can't wait. Look at you. You're going to be, 25 in a month?
Yeah, no, I still date 25 years old, but no, I'm not going to be 25, unfortunately. Well, fortunately and unfortunately.
Yeah, because otherwise you'd have to be a pussy. You'd have to change all your stances to be a pussy if that was your birthday.
Well, you know what? Speaking of that.
Yes.
I saw a new video from Kaitlin Bennett today.
Mm-hmm.
And this chick, you got to admit, you love her boobs. I know that.
Do.
She's what I always referred to as S&S, short and stacked.
Mm-hmm.
She's a small girl, but she's built like a brick shit house.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And she's good looking. She's got a great sense of humor. She's well spoken. She's smart. You know, she's got a lot of good things going on about her. You know, she seems like an okay chick.
Mm-hmm.
She goes to these campuses. You know, she travels around a lot to these college campuses. A lot of them, you know, she goes to all over the place, but she often goes to Kent State where she graduated. Sometimes she's at Akron U. Sometimes she's at Ohio State. You know, she just kind of travels around and, you know, she talks to these people on campus.
Mm-hmm.
And these young, and it pains me to have to say these young so-called men who speak to her or approach her, they all come off like faggots. I mean, if you're a young guy and you see a hot chick like that, whether you like her politics or not, you might think that you kind of like schmooze on her a little bit. At least that's what I did when I was her. With, you know, if I saw her, you know, that's what I did as a college age guy. I mean, it's like, whoa, there's a hot girl. Just go talk to her. You know, whether you had any chance with her or not, you would still do that.
If that chick came up to me when I was that age, she could say anything and I'd go with it to just see where it went.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
people are aliens underneath human skin? Tell me more.
Yeah.
You know, I'd listen to anything.
Yeah, of course. But these young faggots, they're so wrapped up in their social justice-y shit that they don't see her as a hot chick. They see her as the enemy.
Yeah. And
they treat her as such, and these guys run away from her like pussies. You know, she goes, come over here and talk to me. And they go, we don't want you here. And they go running away like a fag.
Yeah.
Nobody wants you here. No, thank you. No, thank you. Well,
leave.
Yeah. So there was she was like talking to 3 or 4 guys at a campus. I can't remember where she was. I think she was at Ohio State or something.
Okay.
And some guy who I guess he doesn't like her politics or he knows who. Oh, you're that gun girl. Ooh, you know. And it's just like, you know, can I get a picture with you? I'll kiss this guy over here if you let me get a picture of you.
Right.
And she's like, I don't really want to see that. She goes, you know, you go right ahead if you want to, but I'm not interested in seeing that.
Right.
You know, but see, what he was trying to do is he was trying to set her up. Why? Does that make you uncomfortable? Are you a homophobe and a bigot?
Yes.
And it's just like, you do whatever you want to, dude. It's not my cup of tea.
Why is that? See, and I always come back to the same thing. Even if let's just say that the answer to that is yes. The answer is, yeah, I don't want to see it. Yeah, it does make my stomach turn. It doesn't make you a homophobe. It just makes you not personally a fan of that.
Yeah. But these guys were just acting like faggots around her, and rather than just like I said, just engage in a conversation, whether you like her politics or her stance on things or whatever, you just have a conversation. But instead, these guys hold their books up in front of their face and run away from the camera and stuff. It's like, what are you, a faggot?
Yeah. Meanwhile, 25 years ago, a chick like that came up to us. We'd be holding our book, but it'd be much lower.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Something else.
It's fucking bizarre, man. I've never seen anything like it.
It is odd. The level of homosexual type attitudes. And I don't think all these guys are gay either.
I don't think they're gay. I just think they're, I don't know what you want to call it, asexual?
Pussified. Their life is more guided by how they're perceived than how they actually truly think.
Yeah.
It's way more important to them to be perceived as inclusive than to actually go with their gut, which is, dude, I gotta fuck this chick.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so stupid.
I know. And she went around to campuses. She released a couple videos this week, and one of them was, do you think that here on this college campus that they should install urinals in women's restrooms for women who like to stand up to pee or women with penises? And then it was like, and do you think, would it be cool with you if they put, tampon and sanitary napkin dispensers in the men's room for men who have periods?
Jesus. All right.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Yeah, cool.
Great.
Yeah, whatever works, man.
And damn well, think about it. If you put women's stuff into a men's bathroom, how destroyed would it get? Like the couch and stuff? Women's bathroom?
Oh, yeah.
That couch would just reek of piss within a week.
Oh, yeah, of course.
People would be pissing on it and wiping their ass with the cushions and shit.
But the thing is it's just like, yeah, everybody should be included. Yeah, it's like, all right.
Go away. Go away.
But I always say it, and I'll say it again. That chick has got some balls. She does not shy away from anything.
Oh, 2 giant beach balls laying right on her chest.
Yeah, but I like how the fact when these faggots run away from her. Well, there's another beta male that could benefit by using some of these male supplements.
Yeah,
she uses that an opportunity to hawk some of that.
Alex Jones wear.
That Alex Jones stuff, but this guy could use a little boost in his testosterone.
Hey, you forgot your beta carotene. Come back here.
Yeah, exactly. I have never seen such wormy guys before.
And never do you want to.
It's like, where in the hell did these people come from?
If there was a show and it was on a college campus, you'd think twice about going now, wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course.
Because you just don't want to deal with these fruits.
No. They're all just limp-wristed, and they have no, muscle structure at all, and they're just, what Jericho Green always says, slump shoulders, sunken chest, just have no male attributes at all, aside from, they kind of look like a male, I guess.
Hi, do you have your tickets ready?
Yeah.
No, get away.
Oh man. And so many of these girls these days, they look like they are all competing for the Bus Driver of the Month award. They're all these big hunky women, these big burly chicks.
Yeah.
It's like the whole role thing has gotten reversed. The guys have gotten wimpier and faggier, and the women have got more burly and stocky.
It's empowerment, baby. Because empowered.
Yeah. and they all are looking forward to getting that job at Sheetz.
Yeah, they sure are.
Well, speaking of that, I guess last week's show was a pretty big hit with people, because I got texts all week from different people who basically said what a great show it was. I mean, a couple of things that obviously stood out.
Yeah.
Was a lot of people love the music segment, the 70s perverted music lyrics.
That was my favorite of the week.
That was one. The other one, surprisingly, and I got several comments on this one, was the show closer, the Let Cooler Heads Prevail.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw quite a bit of action on that one, too, which was very surprising.
Yeah, there was no really ha-ha in that at all. It was just you and I really just kind of talking about our philosophy in life, or how we deal with, stressful situations and stuff. But for whatever reason, that seemed to hit home with people.
Probably because, I would say 99% of the people fall on one side of it or the other.
Yeah, I know, but I was surprised that was one that stood out.
Yeah. No, I thought the whole show did really well last week. I know numbers-wise, the whole show did very well.
Yeah. So, I was so those of you who enjoy the show as much as you do, or download the show or listen to it, thank you.
Yeah. Of course, YouTube took it upon themselves not to publish the 70s music segment.
Of course.
We're right on the verge on YouTube.
Yeah, of course.
I hope people understand that YouTube is going away very shortly.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, it was a great outlet, but that day has gone by.
Yeah, that's why we moved.
Yeah. Because
it's just about dead.
I never would have believed that that an outlet, a social media outlet, it would be so ultra sensitive to everything. But I know the reason why. I understand the reason why. They're doing everything in their power to stifle content creators that compete with major outlets.
Especially right now with the election.
Of course. They don't want any conservative voices out there, or anybody who has speaks any kind of reason. I mean, because they're trying to shut that down.
Yeah, they are.
Stifle those voices. Stifle those voices.
I'm looking in the chat room. Everybody's saying, I found the show on YouTube. Well, glad you found it.
I mean, it's there. We're not saying it's not there anymore, but we're just saying that I think our days are numbered there. It's not that we'll voluntarily pull the show off. It's just that, we just feel that somewhere down the road they're going to pull the plug for us.
Well, they are going to. And honestly, I don't know if you've been reading about this new COPPA law, but I might pull it just to protect us. That shit is crazy. Have you seen this?
I have not. What is it? Tell me.
It's the children's something. It's protecting the children.
Oh, boy. Well, where's the parents?
Well, the parents have no responsibility.
Oh, I guess not. I mean, there when I was growing up, especially in the 70s, when it was a little more taboo, there were stores that had porno mags available right on the magazine rack. They were usually on the top.
Right.
But the parents, it would be up to your parents to say, hey, I don't want you flipping through those magazines up there.
Right. Yeah. And you would always try to get like 2 aisles away from your mom so you could take like a quick look at some titty.
Exactly.
Boy or something. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Then they put them behind the counter, and then they just stop carrying them all together, or whatever the case may be. But the point is back in the 70s, they were openly available. You could just grab one off the rack if you could reach it.
Yeah.
And flip through it if you wanted to.
And I remember always, especially once you got a little older and you learned, you stopped grabbing Playboy and you started grabbing Wee or Swank.
Right.
The real dirty ones.
Yeah, of course.
Vagina with fingers and pussy and shit. You went for the good shit. No more of that Hustler or Penthouse. It was all Swank.
Well, Hustler was when it came to the mainstream ones, they were the more blatant. Playboy was pretty tame.
Right.
Penthouse was marginal, but Hustler, if you could grab a Hustler, that was pretty bad. But then you started getting the other ones, just like what you were mentioning.
Yeah. Oh, wee and swank. Those were when you got your hands on a wee or a swank. That was the kind that you took out to your fort in the woods and buried somewhere, so that every once in a while you get with your buddies and you'd be looking around, making sure nobody was around. You dig this thing up and you'd be looking at this fucking pussy bag.
Right, of course.
High society. Another good one, Metal Mike. Another good one back in the day.
Yeah, but that was the thing as young males, and we're talking guys 11, 12, 13 years old. We were more mature looking at pussy at 11, 12, 13 years old than these college kids who are 18, 19, 21 years old.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that there's less interest now because they don't have to work for it? You know, you can go on your phone and find unlimited porn that's free versus, I mean, we really had to go and work hard to see a nipple.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know, I mean, we worked so hard for it that it was a huge thing.
Yeah, it was taboo, man.
Yeah, it really was. You know, I wonder if that's part of the, and I'm certainly not saying that these kids are looking at porn because God knows I doubt that they do, but.
Their porn is anime porn.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't want to see actual pussy. They would prefer to see it in cartoon form.
Yeah, or what is that shit that Moogle is, that
furry
porn. Fucking weirdos.
Yeah.
So glad I'm not a part of this generation. I'm happy to be an okay boomer.
Yeah, if it I'm glad. Yeah, you saw that, huh?
I did see that. Yeah.
We got to talk about that later. Hopefully, we'll got a lot of subject material to cover.
You're officially an okay boomer. I am right under the cut, but I'm gonna promote myself to okay boomer.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with being labeled as a dick by fucking these kids.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
That's what I say. That's what I say, pal.
Yeah, pal.
So, well, anyway, I always get. I see this stuff, you know, and I just like, what in the hell? Mm-hmm. It's like, what in the hell?
I know, it's a mess.
And the other thing, since we're all over the place here on this opening segment, I've been stuck on the live PD this week.
Love that, man.
And you know what? Here's the typical live PD. I'm gonna put it all in a nutshell for you.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna pull this guy over because he crossed the center line a couple of times. Hi, do you know why I pulled you over? No, sir, I don't. Well, you were kind of weaving there. You went across the center line a couple of times. I was following you for about a mile. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I was just kind of distracted. Do you have a license on you? No, I don't have a license. Is it suspended or something? No, I just don't have one. Could you step out of the car? Do you have anything on you? No. Is there anything in the car I should know about? No. Are you sure? Would you agree to let me search the car? Now, there's nothing in there, right? No, there's nothing in there. Okay, search the car. What is this? This is what, a pound of weed? Oh, I forgot that was in there.
Oops. Oh, a gun, too?
And that's
and you're a felon?
and that's about the size of it, almost every one of them. What is this in the middle? What is this? What's this white stuff? Oh, that's sugar, sir. Are you sure? It kind of looks like crack to me, or it looks like meth. No, that's not meth. Are you sure it's not meth? If I test it, it won't turn blue. No, it's just sugar, sir.
Then he tests it, it's blue.
Yeah, of course.
It's blue as it could possibly be. Dude, what cracks me up about live PD, and I will preface this by saying that I do smoke pot. So, you know, I should be part of this category, but I'm not. I can't believe that every single person in their car has weed on them.
That was kind of where I was going to go. You go ahead with your thought here, because I wanted to give you my thought on this.
I'm just saying it's every single stop that they make. I mean, you can literally watch the whole broadcast for the 4 or 6 hours, whatever it is, and go an entire broadcast where they don't stop one person that doesn't have weed. Everyone is smoking weed now.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. But the other thing is that it's not only do they smoke weed, they carry their entire arsenal with them. How many people do they pull over that always have scales?
Oh yeah.
I never seen so many digital scales in all my life. Well, what else do you have on you? Well, I got scales in my bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what is that for? Well, I use it for different things.
Yeah. I'm on a diet.
Yeah. Do you have any other paraphernalia? No. Then they pull out this thing. What do they call it? A chicken bone?
Oh, chicken bone, yeah.
Yeah, where they smoke their meth out of that thing.
Right. Yeah, the standard crack pipe, basically.
Yeah, it's like, what is this? Oh, yeah. Well, what do you use that for?
Nothing.
I was watching one. It was just made me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, laugh in a pathetic kind of way. So they pull this guy over in the middle of the day, mind you, and he's driving a pickup truck, and so they pulled him over because he failed to yield as he was coming off an on-ramp. He was getting onto a 4-lane highway from a surface street.
Right.
And the cop followed him and pulled him over on the berm of the road, and he said, the reason I pulled you over is because, you're failed to merge correctly and you didn't use your signal, and, I'm sorry, I just woke up.
Right.
And he goes, oh, well, where are you going today? He says, well, I just got up, I've been working a lot, this, that, and the other. And he says to him, well, your eyes seem pretty red. He says, have you been smoking today? No. I just been working a lot of hours. I work 60 hours this week.
Right.
He goes, so what time did you get up today? He goes, oh, about 3. He goes, you realize it's not even 3 o'clock yet. Oh, what I meant is I got up at 1:30 because I have to be to work by 3.
Right. Oh, whoops. It's amazing. Live PD is definitely it's a microcosm of the stupidity that is our society.
Yeah.
It really is. It's embarrassing to watch.
Yeah.
You were sending me the stuff from Streetsboro, which, where I grew up, where WSTB started.
Yeah.
The show started.
Right.
And just watching it, what did I write back to you? I was like, man, it is sad that I live amongst these people.
Yeah, you're just a couple of miles away.
Yeah, I'm 5 minutes away from these fucking losers. It's like, good God, what happened?
Yep. And it was funny because you saw the cop that pulled you over a while back and gave you a breathalyzer.
I did. That same cop that was on the Streetsboro Live PD was the one that stopped me 2 months ago for suspicion of DWI.
Yeah.
Thank God he didn't get me. Otherwise, I would have been on Live PD.
That one guy that they pulled over, he was driving like a SUV of some kind, and I think they pulled him over right there on 303.
Right.
Just down the street from WSTB. I'm pretty sure that's where he was.
Yeah.
And the cop pulled him over, and he goes, you know why I pulled you over? He goes, your left headlight is out.
Yeah.
And that guy is going, oh, man, I can't afford this. He goes, calm down. He says, I'm not going to give you a ticket. I'm just letting you know your left headlight's out, Oh, man. Oh, I can't afford that. I mean, he was just getting all dramatic and everything.
Right.
And he tapped the front left headlight, and it popped back on. He goes, oh, man. Oh, I just fixed this truck. And he was just getting all worked up, and the cop says, you're acting awful,
weird.
You mind if I, run your license real quick and just cut you loose? Oh, man, and he goes, so he runs his license and finds out he has a concealed carry.
Yeah.
He goes, you have a concealed carry. Do you have your gun on you? Oh, yeah. He goes, you're supposed to tell me that right up front, right?
I forgot to tell you that part.
Yeah, so he goes, well, where is it? He goes, it's in the glove box.
Right.
So he opens up that glove box, and there's like 2 stacks of cash in there.
$3,000 in bills.
He goes, what's all this money in here? He goes, oh, that's to pay my rent.
Yeah, to pay his rent in the streets for $3,000.
Yeah. He goes, "Are you sure you don't have anything else in there?" "Oh, no, not at all." He says, "I don't know." And so when they pull out a baggie or a big a pound of weed,
a Ziploc vacuum sealed pound, plus how many pill bottles full of weed?
Yeah, he had a bunch of weed in there, and it's like, dude.
And his gun and $3,000, and yeah, he was all kinds of fucked.
But hadn't he? If he didn't act so goofy,
yeah,
nothing would ever come about it. But he just kept. Oh man, I can't afford this. I can't afford this.
Yeah, no matter what, you just take the ticket. You know, especially if you're guilty of something.
Yeah.
You know you could be guilty of something. Go. You know what? You know what, officer? I didn't know. Give me my ticket. You know, and half the time they won't. They'll just tell you that, hey, go get it fixed. You know, they'll give you that written warning bullshit. You know, but all that guy had to do was say, "Oh, I didn't know," and just take the ticket. Instead, he opened himself up to be searched.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Yeah, but the thing is that the cop already told him, I'm not going to give you a ticket or anything. I was just letting you know. Mm-hmm. But if he just kept getting all dramatic and on the side of the road for no apparent reason, and he goes, "You just acted kind of weird. Mm-hmm. What's going on there?"
Yeah, he gave away his. He showed his card.
He did, big time. Boy, you don't make a very good drug dealer.
No, not at all.
But yeah, that's.
Dude, did you see the other guy that was on the dune buggy or whatever?
Oh yeah, the little trike.
That guy was hilarious. They go up to the house. He said, "Oh, no, I'm just visiting my friend. I'm visiting my friend." They go up to the guy, and he's like, "I don't want nothing to do with this fucking piece of shit."
He's not supposed to be here. I told him to get away from here weeks ago.
They're like, "Do you want us to press charges on him for trespassing?" "Hell yes, I do." And the guy's like, "Wait, what? He didn't say that."
He's my friend. I was just coming down here to see him.
At 2 a.m.
Yeah. Just people are just trashy. Everywhere you go, people are just trashy.
You know what? In those circumstances, just put your hands behind your back. Again, the best defense is not to say anything. You know, I mean, look, I'm going to give people 101 on getting arrested from my vast experience of it. Whenever you get arrested, don't say shit. Don't make up any excuse. Don't make up any reason. Don't say nothing. Is it inconvenient? Yes, it is. Does it suck that you end up giving up 3, 4, 5 hours in jail while they sort shit out? Yes, it does. But you are a million times better off, even with a public defender making your statement for you, than you making your statement for you. Because the police, their only job is to find you guilty. That's their only job. You know, they'll tell you, hey, you know, we're just keeping the peace and blah, 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 blah. You know, their job is to get you guilty. So they'll get you to say something stupid and then nail you. You know, and that's and you just don't say anything. You just go with it, let an attorney deal with it, and knock it down to nothing.
Yeah.
You know, that's always worked for me.
Well,
and I've been arrested, I don't know, 12 times. And anytime I fought back, it's been a problem. Anytime I didn't, it hasn't been a problem. Just always worked that way for me.
Yeah. Well, again, it's these people, and you know, you already kind of said it. Is everybody's carrying something with them? Mm-hmm. I've never seen so much drugs. People, right. they gotta have their weed, and they gotta have their meth with them. Mm-hmm. It's like you're like a traveling road show.
Yeah. Yeah, it does not make any sense. Especially if you're a dealer, like that one guy, yeah, you're going to have pot. You're rolling the dice with taking the pot in your car because you're a dealer. But, man, I'll tell you what, as somebody that smokes pot illegally, I'll say it point blank, I never carry in my car. I try my damnedest to never have anything in my car. You know, because it's such an easy way to get popped.
Yeah, of course.
You know, it's like, no, I'll meet somebody somewhere, and then I'll smoke or do gummies or whatever the fuck it is. But man, carrying in your car is stupid, and you're always liable depending on what you're carrying for, you know, potentially an intent to distribute fucking charge.
Yeah.
No thanks. No, thank you.
So I was entertained with that.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, no wonder I don't like to go out of the house.
Reason number 9,832,000.
You never know if one of these high, drunk, stupid assholes are gonna hit you.
Yeah, that's true. I sent you that video of my friend that got DWIs in the same day. That's hilarious to watch. When she comes out of the car and they're like, "Okay, back up," she falls down. What the hell?
Just dumb.
Just dumb.
Yeah.
I love her to tears, but I felt bad for her.
Yeah, well, personally, I don't care if people do substances and stuff. But when you become a public nuisance and a danger, to yourself and others, then there's a problem. If you sit there and light up your weed or smoke your crack or whatever it is at your house or whatever it is, I don't give a shit. Overdose on that stuff. Just do us all a favor. But if you're out in the public and you're driving a vehicle and you're among us, whatever happens to you happens to you.
Agree. I definitely agree with that.
Dumb. So what's going on in your world, Mr. Aiken? I haven't really had a whole lot of contact with you this week.
Not a lot. Work, and I was fighting the flu all fucking week. So, the flu kind of sidelined me for a couple of days. But other than that, just work. Just that's it. I of course, didn't get to go see Jason Bonham on Wednesday because I was sick. So, that sucked. I gave the tickets to my buddy. Of course, he posts videos on Facebook. Oh, this is the fucking greatest show. I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it 3 or 4 times.
Like, no. Even just do me the favor and lie. Just say, this is the worst that I've ever seen him play.
Yeah, I'm sorry I took those tickets from you. I'm sorry I made the effort to go to a free show.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't very good at all.
Yeah, I mean... But yeah, no, other than that, dude, I worked. I worked all week, and I'm trying to think if I even left the house this week. Me and my son went and had lunch at a Mexican place on Thursday afternoon, but other than that, I didn't leave the house at all.
Well, that sickness must not have sidelined you too bad.
I gotta eat. I'm withering away.
Well, yeah. Well, most people who are feeling pretty bad, they don't typically want to go to a restaurant.
Well, I was feeling okay. It started. I broke my fever. I had a really high fever, like 102.4 on Wednesday during the day, but it broke like middle of the night Wednesday, and then I was feeling okay Thursday afternoon. So I was like, let me go out and shake the dust off, so to speak. So that's why we went and had a little lunch.
Yeah, get out in the cold and kill off all the dust mites.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, it doesn't sound very exciting at all.
No, I didn't do your week. Your week just dealing with traffic back and forth to work was more exciting than my week.
Yeah. Well, I am glad it's a short week this week, work-wise.
Sure.
This week on Thursday, I'm going to head over to my oldest sister's place. She's got a farm not far from here, and we're having a gathering of the Arsenal.
Oh, second annual.
My nephews, myself, Officer Jim. Okay. Everybody's bringing all their weaponry.
Nice.
And we're going to go out and shoot on Thanksgiving Day.
Isn't that what you did last year, too?
No, I was at Don's house last year.
That's right. But you went to the same farm and shot
yeah, that was Easter.
Okay, yeah. All right. Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah, so, there's going to be a whole range of various size guns to shoot.
Right.
Everybody's got different ones. Everybody wants to try my 44.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah, because I'm the only one who has a 44. But everybody, others, we have 357s and 9mm, and it's just a whole bunch of different size guns. So we're all just going to go out there and just shoot the place up.
The militia's getting together for a meeting.
Yeah, we got to.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
We got to talk about our strategy to take these faggots out.
Your strategy could just be yell at them and they'll go running.
Yeah, bring Kaitlin Bennett out. Here she is. It's the Kent State gun girl. Oh, run! Run!
Have her open her bra, and once they see those tits, they'll run for cover.
Yeah.
Girl.
Exactly.
Ugh. Yeah, well, I am doing, for Thanksgiving, what am I doing? I'm doing dinner on Thanksgiving with my mom and my nieces. That should be fun because, as I've said before on the show, my one niece is a hardcore lefty, so that'll be fun. and then Friday I'm doing a catered lunch with my own kids, and I think my mom's coming to that too. I got Billy's company is catering my Thanksgiving day after lunch.
Oh, look at that.
Smoked turkey, smoked everything.
All right.
Everything's great. I can't wait.
That's some good stuff.
Yeah. Billy put it out there that they were doing this Thanksgiving food, and I couldn't call him fast enough and jump on that train. And it really wasn't that expensive. I mean, it's like the full spread for feeds. I guess it feeds 10 or something. You know, it was $125.
All right.
And that's for a turkey, a pie, potatoes, gravy, stuffing, all the shit. All the shit that you would get, $125. That's not bad.
Mm-mm.
Especially with Billy's food. I'd pay that for a sandwich with the way Billy's company cooks.
Yeah, that's some great stuff.
Hell yes. That's I mean, you've experienced Billy's food.
Yeah,
Billy's
a couple of times. It's just fantastic.
It is out of this world good.
It's one of those things that even though you might be full, you can't stop eating it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You get some of that pulled pork and some of that smoked turkey and some of that ribs and stuff, and you're just like, oh man, I'm just about ready to burn. Oh, let me just have a little piece.
Yeah, exactly. So. And we're not just kissing his ass because he's our friend. If we didn't know him, this guy's food is unfucking believable.
Yeah, if you like barbecue,
yeah,
it's top of the line.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, dude, look at how much we had for my Pinball PA launch,
and your book party,
and the book party, and all of it was gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was gone in like 20 minutes both times.
Yeah, it doesn't go to waste.
Ooh. No, it's the one. It's a rare time, especially at the party. When we had the party here at the house and I hired Billy to cater it, I thought for sure, I even cleared space in my fridge, thinking for sure there'd be like some good leftovers to eat for a couple of days. And I don't think that there was a spoonful of beans to eat at the end of that day. I mean, everything was gone. Holy smokes.
Yep.
Yeah, those guys, the Smoking Rock and Roll crew, can cook.
Yeah,
There's
no kidding. My nephew, who purchased one of your books, by the way,
yes,
he sent me a photo of his signed copy of the Chris Aiken book.
Oh yeah, does he like it?
Along with the complimentary jizz bag.
Yeah, I sent him out to the first however many. I think I had like 50 condoms left, and the first 50 got a free condom with them.
Yeah. Well, he just texted me. He said, I'd love to have Kaitlin Bennett come to our gathering.
Yeah. Use that jizz bag on her.
Bring your arsenal, Kaitlin, and let me get up in that thing when we're done.
No kidding. Oh, that's gotta be great to fuck, but you gotta think she's a real fucking high maintenance chick.
Oh, I'm sure she is. Oh yeah, she's definitely high maintenance.
Young girl like that, popular, big giant boobs like that. Yeah.
Yeah, she's no slouch.
No, but she's definitely not going to be laid back chick.
No, she's definitely a high maintenance girl. But I mean, look at her.
Yeah, earn the right. Those mountains on her chest. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it'd be fun to have Gun Girl out there shooting guns.
Oh yeah.
I don't think there would be a guy in the place that would be running the other way.
No, not at all.
Not from my family, anyway. We don't allow none of them faggots in my family.
Faggots in the Neelys, that's for sure.
No way.
So did your nephew like the book, or has he not even started reading
I don't know. He didn't tell me if he started reading it or not. He just said, look what came in the mail today. He sent me a photo of your signed, your personal message in there.
I got to mail yours. It's funny. I had one, written, and I'm such an idiot. How many times have I asked you for your home address? 50?
Oh, at least.
And of course, I went to mail you your book, and I don't have it. I was like, what is wrong with me? Don asked me, Don and I were texting back and forth, the day after he had his surgery.
Right.
And, I was just checking in, making sure his surgery went okay and whatnot. And we got talking, and he didn't even know about my burn accident, which I found to be interesting, but okay. Or probably just didn't remember. But he asked me about, I told him, well, I wrote this one book, and he's like, send me the book. So I packaged him up a book to send him a copy of the book, the Call Me Chris book. And I was like, well, let me throw Neeley his book too while I'm thinking about it. Cause I don't think Dockin without Neeley now.
Of course.
One is you're like the fifth member of Dockin.
Right.
So anytime I reference the band, I think of you as well. So I threw it in an envelope, and then I wrote your name on it, and then I'm digging through my contact list, and I'm digging through my old contact list, and I'm digging through my phone looking for it, and looking through texts for, I was looking up the city, in my text to see if that came up, and that would be your address. And of course I don't have it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I've asked you for it. I've sent you 20 different things. I've probably mailed you 20 different things over the years.
Yeah.
And still, I don't keep your address for some stupid reason. Dumb. And I don't want to send it to the P.O. box because it might sit there as long as a Christmas present in your closet.
Yeah, it could be.
So I want to send it to your house.
Right.
Needless to say, at some point, text me your address.
Yeah, send me your address. I might send you a book.
Yeah. Well, dude, I sent out a lot of books. I will say, 186 pre-orders.
Wow, look at that.
Was the number, which was right on par with the other ones, and I've been pleasantly surprised. It's also selling fairly well on Amazon already. So I didn't know. I did an interview yesterday with a podcast called Today's Boondoggle. It's like a military podcast thing.
All right.
And I did an interview with them, and I was really, surprised at the interest in this book. I thought for sure, I know this book is fun and it's, dirty and whatever, but I thought that it was just going to be CMS fans that would read this book. You know what I mean?
Right.
And immediately, my buddy Bill that runs the podcast was like, dude, we got to get this out there to the military people. They're going to love this. They're going to love some of your military stories, and they're going to relate, and blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, I guess I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
I really didn't think about anybody other than the CMS fans with this one.
It's a very specific topic.
Yeah.
And I can understand, not thinking about branching out beyond your captive audience.
Yeah. I don't want anybody else to know.
So anything come of the local terrestrial radio interviews at all?
As far as what, me doing them?
Yeah, I thought you had some interest from the talk of Akron or something.
You know what? I emailed that guy, and he's emailed me back. We just have to set a date. It's going to be in December.
Oh, I got you.
WAKR?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we're going to do something there. I'm going to get on Tony Webster's show sometime in December. I'll probably get on Bill Peters' show. Me and Toomey been trying to get together to do his podcast, but he keeps wanting to do it on Wednesdays, and I've been busy the last 3 Wednesdays in a row, so we haven't gotten together for that. And, you know how I go when I release these books. I end up doing 400 interviews.
Right.
So, and I just now sent the info to the publicist, so now he'll start getting me some interviews as well. So maybe not. I can't imagine how people are going to interview me about this book. I for the life of me, I don't know how would an FCC protected entity talk to me about this thing.
Yeah.
It's so filthy. There's not anything really that I can share. I can't really even break down anything and say, well, let me tell you a story from the book, because they're all so dirty. But we'll see. Whatever.
Well, maybe you got to frame it up that, that it's a very blatant book, and that it's about a young man who leaves home for the first time and is experiencing life in a different country, and you just kind of took it all in.
I'll tell you what I did yesterday is I tried to frame it up as somewhat of that, of being very young, being very young and being in another country. But I also really put it into the perspective of not having any rules put on me, which was a bad scenario for somebody that was so young. To be young and to not have any rules was just a problem, and I just tried to frame it up that way. And, I talked somewhat about how being in Korea as well, it was kind of a third world country for half of the time that I was there, because of the, before the Olympics, it was not modernized at all. It really was, rice paddies and fucking Quonset huts. It really was not this super civilized place. So you turned me loose and I went full savage.
Well, I think there would be a way of being able to frame it to, more or less say, if you don't mind very descriptive, stories, and you don't mind reading about debauchery.
Yeah.
And you can relate to a young man's discovery of, the world is wide open to him.
Sure.
Something like that.
Yeah. Dude, we'll see. And if I just don't do a bunch of interviews, and I just don't, whatever. I've moved on. I'm done with that book. I'm taking a little break till the end of the year, and then I'm going to start really focusing on I haven't decided yet if I'm going to take one more shot at Shadow Life, which I tried once, and it just was a struggle.
Well, I'm not telling you anything, but I'm sure your head has to be into it.
Yeah, and I really was. I was listening to Shadow Life every day, and that's a chore. And I was literally listening to it every day and doing some research and reading some old interviews from Don and from Lynch and stuff. Trying to get some perspective to do something with that one. And I just don't see anything that I really like. But I'm going to take one more chance at it. And if it isn't that one, it's going to be Risk.
Okay.
Because I actually have more stories from Megadeth's Risk. I actually have personal stories.
Yeah, of
with
course
that.
You do.
There was the infamous me and Dave Mustaine with telling me, he hopes I can sleep at night. Me going, I sleep just fine because of Napster.
Right.
And, there's that one. There's I got on the metal show because of Megadeth, because of me and Dave going at it. I have some Megadeth stories. Obviously, David Ellefson is a friend. I think I could probably ask David Ellefson to write the intro, and I think he might. So, there's a lot of reasons to do the Megadeth book. So,
understandable.
We'll see. I'm not writing much of anything right now. I'm just kind of finishing that book. Took a lot out of me, and I'm kind of comfortable not writing anything right now. Just taking a break from it.
Yeah, well, it's that time of year.
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta, winding down the business, winding down the show, winding down everything, and get a fresh start after the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Can't blame you for that.
Yep, it's time.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely time to relax.
Yeah. Well, speaking of time, I think it's time to take a short break.
All right.
So how can people get your book again?
ChrisAikenBooks.com is the easiest way. And there's still, I think, 3 copies left that I will sign. And once they're gone, they're gone. Because I'm not going to order another batch to sign. If you don't get one of those 3 copies, you're just getting an unsigned one if you really want it. So,
yeah.
So, and then obviously you can go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble or anywhere the books are sold and order it, I guess.
Okay, fair enough.
So get it, you fucks.
Yeah, there you go. All right, well, I'm going to play this tune in honor of you and your book and the success you've had with this.
Okay.
Let's play you some Ozzy Osbourne with Breaking All the Rules.
All right.
So here it is. It's Ozzy exclusively here.
On your classic metal show.
Hey, everybody, what's happening? This is Zach Wild from the Ozzy Osbourne Band. And we're all just throwing back some cocktails and some brews on the Classic Metal Show.